Okay, welcome uh, to the new session concerned to what the engineering graphics. So myself Ravindra Kungre from Department of Mechanical Engineering of Maratha Vidya Prasarak Samaj College of Engineering, Nashik. So today we are going to see some concept concerned to the engineering graphics. So our topic is about engineering curves. So the engineering curves. So that is very interesting topic. In that various curves are there, that like ellipse, parabola, hyperbola. Okay, and that their subtypes are also there, that concentric circle method, rectangle method, oblong method, arcs of circle, rhombus, and directrix focus for ellipse. Then for parabola, rectangle method, method of tangent, then basic locus method. For hyperbola also there are rectangle method, rectangle hyperbola with the PV diagram, and then the basic locus method, that is the directrix focus method. So what is this ellipse, parabola and hyperbola? Okay, so these are the basic curves. Okay, so we know that if we are assembling number of points with each other, we are getting a single line, a straight line like that. If these points are placed in a space, okay, those are not in a straight manner, and if you are trying to join those points anyhow, so we are getting a curve then. Okay, so suppose a simple example, that is what a circle. Okay, so it is not a straight line, it is having somewhat curvature. So one center that is given to us, and with respect to some radius, and we are drawing circle. So that is what one kind of curve. So moving on, what is, we need to see one by one what is these curves are. So the curves can be called as what a conic sections. Okay, so that is what a conic section. Now in this curves, again we will see that what is an ellipse first. Okay, and then we will move towards the another curves. Okay, so curve is what basically that you need to know, that is what the assembly of number of points. Okay, so that is giving you what a curve. That may be a straight line, or that may be having a curvature. So that is what a curve is. Okay, so basically we are going to see that is ellipse, parabola and hyperbola. So one by one we will see that. So these are some figures, those are in front of you. Those are showing you what the different curve, that is what kind of structure is there for the ellipse, for parabola and for hyperbola. Okay, one by one we will see this, how it is, how that we are getting. Okay, so to construct to get such kind of curves, what we need to do, we need to cut a right circular cylinder, not right circular cone, right circular cone, by any cutting plane or any cutting edge. Okay, with respect to its axis. Okay, so here you can see that cutting plane AA, cutting plane BB, CC and DD. Okay, these are what the cutting planes, those are cutting to this triangle, or we can say this triangle is nothing but a front view of this right circular cone. Okay, the cone that we are using, the cone is having a base diameter and one apex, okay, along with one height. Okay, if we are going to see the front view of this any kind of cone, so we are getting what a triangle. So that is what a simple structure that is shown here. Okay, so if we cut this triangle or this cone by cutting plane AA, okay, so we are getting what a ellipse. If we are cutting this same cone with a cutting plane BB, then we are getting what the parabola. Similarly, if we are cutting this cone or this triangle by cutting plane CC, we are getting a hyperbola. Okay, so this is what the simple thing. Okay, so we are uh, going to cut this cone by what a cutting plane. Okay, let me show you that what is the cone is. Okay, so now what I'm telling you that the cone. Okay, so this is what the exact shape of the cone. Okay, so this cone is having a diameter, okay, and is having what the height. Okay, and this is what close by is two generators, extreme generators. These are what the extreme generators meeting at with the same apex, meeting with the same apex. Okay, if you are going to cut this cone by some cutting edge or some knife, okay, with different angles, so we are getting either ellipse, parabola or hyperbola. Okay, that I want to show you. Now Moving on, we'll see that one by one again, what is ellipse, what is parabola, and what is hyperbola. Before that, the basic curve that we are getting. Okay, so suppose this cone is cut by like that. This in this figure you can see the cutting plane SS. Okay, so that is what parallel to its base. This SS cutting plane is parallel to its base. We are cutting this cone with this fashion. The cutting plane is parallel to base. So we are getting what? The circle. Okay, as a conic section. As a conic section. Okay, so second is what? The ellipse. Okay, now if you can see that the section plane is inclined to the axis of the cone such that the angle made by the section plane with the axis is greater than the angle made by the generator. What is shown to you that the section plane with the axis, angle made by the section plane, this SS is a section plane, angle made by this SS is greater than the angle made by the generator. So these are what are the two extreme generators that I am showing you, extreme generators. So this angle is more than this angle. Okay, angle made by the cutting plane SS is greater than the angle made by the generator. Okay, so if you are going to cut this cylinder, this cone or this triangle with this fashion, so we are getting an ellipse. We are getting an ellipse. Next is parabola. Okay, when the section plane is inclined to the axis and parallel to one of the generator. So here you can see the cutting plane SS is inclined to the axis, central axis, and parallel to its generator, one of the generator. So SS cutting plane is parallel to one of the generator. Okay, generator is what? The closing side of the right circular cone. These are what the closing sides. These are what the closing sides. If you see this from your side, from front view, so you are able to say this is what a triangle then. Okay, but if I show you that this kind of base is there, so then you can identify this is what a right circular cone, exactly the actual body is of right circular cone. For a hyperbola, what is the condition? The section plane is inclined to the axis of the cone. Okay, this is what SS. Okay, axis of the cone, and the angle made by the section plane with the axis is smaller than the angle made by the generator. So this angle made by this cutting plane SS with the axis is smaller. What is smaller than the angle made by the generator? This angle is greater than this angle. Okay, or we can say the angle made by this cutting plane SS with the axis is smaller than the angle made by the generator with the axis. So if we are going to cut this right circular cone with this fashion, so we are getting what? That is a hyperbola. That is a hyperbola. So this is what about the hyperbola. Then the rectangular hyperbola, that again somewhat more specific. What is that? The section plane is parallel to the axis. Okay, so this cutting plane SS is parallel to the axis, this vertical axis. Okay, and not passing through the apex. So this cutting plane is not passing through the apex. So here is the apex. Okay, so this cutting plane is not passing through the axis. Okay, but parallel to the axis. We are going to cut this cutting plane, this cone with this fashion. So we are getting what? A rectangular hyperbola. Okay. Next we can see that a triangle. Okay. In this what we can say, the section plane passing through the apex. Now here in this case the cutting plane SS, okay, is passing through the apex. Okay, if we cut this right circular cone with this fashion, so we are getting the conic section, that is what a triangle. Here also you can see those are provided with the hashing lines. Okay, here also you can see. So that is what a triangle. Now some terminologies those are used. Some terminologies those are used with this conic section. So what are that? So that is what the focus directrix method that we are using. Okay, to construct such kind of curves, whether it is ellipse, parabola, or hyperbola. Okay, so to construct such kind of curve, we are using method that is the directrix focus method. So what is focus? What is directrix? That we can see here. Okay, now see that here the DD is the directrix. This vertical blue color line DD is a directrix, straight line, perpendicular to the horizontal. In a brief, we can say that is what a directrix. Okay, now focus F1 and F2. How we can plot those? Okay, so we need to draw a horizontal line. Here you can see axis. Okay, axis A to C. That is what a horizontal line. Okay, so this horizontal line is exactly perpendicular to the directrix DD. Okay, so because of that it is called as axis, horizontal line. On this we are marking point F1 and F2 at some distance away, and these two fixed point are called as what? A focus. F1 and F2 are a fixed point plotted on the axis, and because of that those are called as a focus. Okay. Next one is the vertex. So you can see here that VE, VP and VH. Okay, so VE is the vertex for ellipse, VP is the vertex for parabola, and VH is the vertex for hyperbola. So now you will see that what is the vertex then. Okay, so we know that either ellipse or this parabola or this hyperbola, all are the curves and are going to intersect this axis somewhere. Okay, so this hyperbola is intersecting the axis at point VH. This parabola with the green color is intersecting the axis at point VP. This ellipse with the red color is going to intersect the horizontal axis at point VE. Okay, so what we can say, the curves, those are intersecting the axis at some point, and that point is called as a vertex. Okay, so I think it is clear to you now. Now one more thing that is given here, that is what the eccentricity. So eccentricity is nothing but the ratio of distance of vertex from the focus to the distance of vertex from the directrix. Say suppose for the ellipse, say suppose, what is the distance of vertex from the focus? That is VF or VE F1. That is the distance of focus from the vertex, or distance of vertex from the focus, to the distance of vertex from the directrix, that is VC. VC is the distance of vertex from the directrix. So similarly, we can also say that VP F1 divided by VPC, or VH F1 divided by VHC. This is what the eccentricity for particular curve. So for ellipse it is less than 1, for parabola it is equals to 1, for hyperbola it is greater than 1. That small is nothing but the eccentricity, and that is nothing but the ratio of VF by VC, distance of vertex from the focus to the distance of vertex from the directrix. Okay, we are going to count that. So we need to maintain these conditions, okay, while drawing those curves, specific curve. Okay, that is what the eccentricity for ellipse, parabola and hyperbola. Here again somewhat more specific, you can see that. Okay, so for ellipse the eccentricity is less than 1. So you can see that VF distance is less than the VC. For ellipse, VF distance, say suppose it is 20, and VC distance, say suppose it is 40. So definitely VF is less than VC. So the ratio that we are getting, that is less than 1. In case of parabola, that is VP to VF and VP to VC, that distance is looking somewhat similar. Say suppose 30 mm VP to VF1 and VP to C, that is 30 mm. Okay, so both are equal, so we are getting that ratio is equals to 1. Say suppose for hyperbola, VH to F1, this distance is suppose 5 centimeter, and VH to C, that is of 1 centimeter, say. So what the ratio that we are getting then? VF by VH F1 to VHC. Okay, definitely it is greater than 1. Definitely it is greater than 1. So that is what the eccentricity for all these curves. Okay, so in this session we are going to see up till now what are the curves and how we are getting those curves. In upcoming lectures we will try to solve some problems concerned toward the ellipse. Okay, and one by one we will see some problems for parabola and hyperbola also. Okay, I think again I will try to show you all the curves, how that we are getting. So this is circle, then ellipse. Need to understand, or you need to focus on the position of the cutting plane with respect to axis and with respect to the generator. Then the parabola, then the hyperbola, again rectangular hyperbola, then triangle. Okay, and this terminology that includes focus, directrix, axis, vertex and eccentricity. Okay, so for this session it is okay. So thank you for attending the session.